This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
It is the finale, you might say, of Parental Guidance. And the man who is the parenting expert on this show is Dr. Justin Coulson, who joins us now. Good morning, Justin.
I'm feeling so honoured to be on the number one breakfast radio show in Perth. Thank you for having me.
Justin, we've had you on before, and we were just amazed that you had bloody 20 daughters and you've been surrounded by teenage girls and, you know.
And you're still functioning, so well done, well done.
Living the dream. Life is so rich.
Justin, I'm going to jump in here as usual. Parenting advice, always need help.
He's desperate.
I know it's in the show, but can you just give us your best, because it's always an argument we have, screen time advice for kids?
Yep. So we talked about that on week one of the show.
Yeah.
As you know, four episodes. Week one, it was all about screens. Here's my really, really short version of this. The longer you can delay, the better. Like, tech companies have never done anything to demonstrate that we can trust them, especially with our children. Yeah. And they are just so mendacious. Like, they lie. Yeah. They absolutely lie about all this world-leading technology that's there to protect the kids. A load of crap. They just care about addiction and engagement. Delay. Do not give your toddlers or your preschoolers or even your primary school children's devices. Well, certainly not older kids if you can avoid it, but the younger kids, just don't do it at all. Full stop, end of story. If you've squeezed the toothpaste out of the tube, it's kind of hard to get it back in.
Yes.
Yeah.
But wind it back however you can, as best you can. It makes such a difference for their brains, for their social development, for their physical health, their emotional, like every single part of their lives will be improved by not having screens in it.
It's amazing what the environment, though, does around them, because if there's other people who are falling into that trap and then the kids come home, they see what they're doing, they think it's the norm and they want to be a part of that world.
And let's be realistic about it. Like, I've got 6 daughters, right? Yeah. Like, every now and again, I'd like to go to the toilet and do a poo in peace.
I hear you. I get it.
Justin, what about the fact that schools are using screens as part of their teaching methods? How do you avoid it then?
So this is really tricky. I don't want to get super political, but I do have to just make this point. Back in about 2007, 2008, Kevin Rudd was the Prime Minister, and he said, we're going to have an education revolution. And that education revolution did not change education in any meaningful way in terms of what we're teaching kids. It just transferred education onto a screen. So what I think happened here is the lobbyists from the big tech companies like Dell and Apple came along and said, what about, how good would it be? How good would you look as a Prime Minister if you got everyone using a laptop or a tablet? They never provided any evidence that this would be good for kids, none whatsoever. They just said, how good would you look? And he just took it hook, line and sinker. And so now a lot of parents will say, well, I don't want screens in my family home, but the schools are insisting that the kids have these devices. And it does get tricky. There are a couple of ways that you can approach this. Number one, just say to the school, well, if you want the kids to have the device, you're responsible for it and it stays at school. Most schools hate it when you do that, but if enough parents would do it, I think that we could actually move the needle. Number two, you sit down with the kids and say, we are going to have the strictest rules, and you're going to think that we're the worst parents ever, but these are the rules that we're going to put together to keep you away from it. Again, fundamentally, kids do need to, and you saw it in episode 1 when we were talking about screen time. The pro-tech parents have kids who really do know how to navigate the online world. But there's also disadvantages to that, which we saw in episode 1. Ultimately, as parents, they were just navigating this. No previous generation of parents have ever had to do it. Yeah. It really sucks.
Yeah.
Certainly does.
It's tough, and it's going to continue to be tough, I think.
The mental health side of things for young adults as well, young kids at school and stuff like that, we've talked about it in recent times, a few months ago, in fact, and to know that there's 9 people who are taking their life every day and 7 of them are males is just phenomenal. And see the struggles of young people.
My heart breaks. In 2023, November 6th, my nephew took his life. He was 20.
Oh.
Yeah.
And even talking about it now, it crushes me. It breaks my heart. I struggle to put sentences together. When somebody goes through something like this, it just changes you So I do work with a whole bunch of really important organisations now as a result of what I've been through, like Gotcha for Life and Are You OK Day and Top Blokes. These organisations that are out there, and I know there's so many more that I wish I could help, where we're just doing everything we can to get the message out there that you are loved, that you matter, that you are valued, and that you're worthy. I just wish everybody could know it. But the other thing that I wish is that kids could feel it. I know every parent who's listening to this conversation right now, if I was to look them in the eyes and ask, do you love your kids, they would absolutely say, oh, with everything I've got. I just love them so much. But unfortunately, sometimes our kids don't perceive it. Sometimes we show our love in ways that can be, for them, unhelpful or detrimental. And trying to work out how to communicate with them is just the most important. Gosh, it matters so much. You know, my all-time favourite piece of advice that I ever give is that to a child lover spelled T-I-M-E. I'll say it again slower. Okay. To a child lover spelled T-I-M-E. Spell it right. Like,
Sean got that.
Oh, my goodness.
It's so, I mean, it's so true, and everybody knows it in their hearts, but our lives are so hectic.
Yeah,
aren't they?
Bonkers.
Yeah,
they are, but is that an excuse?
It's prioritising.
I feel myself that way all the time now, and then am I just doing it? Is that an excuse?
And I mean, for a lot of parents, they think they're trying to equip their kids with the skills. You know, they want them to do the music classes and to go to the chemistry tutoring and to, you know, they're really highly scheduled. Are we doing too much with them externally and not enough just hanging out at home and getting bored and, you know, drawing pictures on the dining room table? Is that part of the problem?
I mean, yes and no. There's got to be a balance. If we overschedule the kids, that's potentially going to be challenging. And if they're underscheduled, that's also potentially a little bit of a challenge. And a lot of this comes down to resources, time, money, that sort of thing. I think the more important thing is this. When your kid comes off the netball field or the footy field or the hockey pitch or whatever it is on a Saturday morning and they've just played their Saturday sport, what do you do? Like, what do you say to them? Are you saying stuff like, oh, you know, if you really want to get the ball, you've got to get in front of the other? Like, do you become their coach? Do you become their critic? Or do you just say something like, I love watching you play.
Yeah.
Like, that was so much fun. Or when they bring their report card home, do you say, oh, I can see a C and two Bs here. What's that about? Or do you turn around and say, your report card doesn't matter to me nearly as much as your character does, and I just love being with you. I love seeing who you're becoming. And when your kids stuff up, and I guarantee they will, because you were a kid and you stuffed up, what do you say to your kids then? So I think if every parent could just remember this, it could change their relationship forever and support their kids so much. What do you reckon the three most important words are that a child can hear from their parents?
I love you.
That's what everyone says. But I reckon it's something else.
Don't do that. No, I'm only joking.
Put that down.
So good.
Don't touch that.
What is it, Justin?
It's the three words that come next, not after don't touch that, but after I love you. So, like, just the other day, one of my kids did something. It was not consistent with the values that we have in our home. She really went beyond the line. And when she realised what she'd done, and she could see in my eyes that I was a little frustrated about what had gone on, I walked over to her and I took a really big deep breath and I said, here's the thing, Lily. You need to know I love you no matter what. So the three most important words are no matter what.
Yeah,
it's the whole thing. Like, you did that, but my love for you is bigger than that. You're upset about this, but my love for you is bigger than this.
Yeah.
I've got you no matter what. And when kids know that they are unconditionally loved, it changes the relationship, it changes how they feel about themselves, and it changes the way they can conduct themselves throughout the rest of their lives. They're just much more likely to be resilient.
Yeah, and also you've just outed Lily as the troublemaker.
I did.
I loved every bit of what you said.
Wise words, Justin. Thank you once again. It's always a pleasure to catch up with you. These are the conversations Australia needs to have. Parental Guidance finale tonight on Channel 9 at 7:30. Check it out. It's a pleasure, Justin.
Thank you, Justin.
Always love chatting with you guys.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.